Hey guys, this is Pastor Caleb. I'm standing in front of the 10 acres that we purchased a couple of months ago. And we're getting ready now today to receive an offering, all the money that we receive today is going towards the purchase of this land. Well, we've already purchased it, but we want to pay it off. We want to pay the loan off. And so we're expecting to do that within the calendar year. I expect we can do that today. So I'm asking you to get behind the vision and the mission here at Remnant Church. And you say, well, what is this land? Well, it's much more than land. This is where we're going to be able to, we bought this land so that we could expand the sanctuary. We also bought this land so that we could have more parking. And we bought this land for Hope House. Hope House is a women's rehab and discipleship center for those who are in bondage to drug addiction. And we had to purchase this property for the future of Remnant Church. We've grown exponentially, and we're trying to catch up now with the growth. So this is vital to the expansion of the ministry. And we're looking forward to what God's going to do. And I'm asking you to get behind the vision today and sow your best financial seed. And I promise you this, God will bless you. This is good ground to sow in. I believe we can pay off this land today. Now I would like for you to listen to these two stories of how God is changing lives here at Remnant Church.
Hey, my name's Taylor. I've been recovered for 1.5 years. Been to jail 4 times. I've tried to kill myself once. Overdosed twice. Even though I had went to Shane's crib and was clean for 6 months in there and 4 months out, my road in recovery still wasn't perfect and I still struggled.
Hey, my name's Jessica. I've been recovered for 2.5 years. I was addicted to drugs and alcohol for 17 years. I grew up in an alcoholic and addict home. Both my parents were addicts and alcoholics, and the lifestyle that I seen was always partying and all the things that go along with that. I had 11 different arrests, and I was in and out of jail many times. I was in drug court, and throughout drug court, I ended up running from drug court, and I was in different relationships, and fear started to consume me.
After 10 months of being sober, I had relapsed, and I had wallowed in that relapse for 5 months, and that's whenever I hit my last rock bottom. I had went to jail for the 4th time, and I overdosed for the 2nd time. And I remember sitting in that hospital bed, and even though I had about died for the 2nd time, I remember telling everybody that I didn't care. I was going out and I was getting high.
My road to recovery was not perfect. I was saved. I had gotten saved, and something that Pastor has always told me is how you know you're saved is if you go back out and try to live like you used to, you're miserable, you don't enjoy it. And that's where I was, and I kept trying to find those used to feelings, like in the beginning of addiction, and that's all you do is chase it.
But God, He changed my mind within 2 hours of time, and He let me know that this was not who I was. He had a purpose for me, and I had a life worth living. And I've been clean ever since. The 27th of this month will be 1.5 years. He has gave me hope. He has restored my family.
But God, I had seeds planted in me throughout the years, and I eventually started taking pieces of those and finding healing for all of my brokenness. I now have, I actually ended up graduating drug court, and I have a husband that loves God, loves me, loves my children.
I feel worthy today.
Today the Lord has me where I'm able to go into the jail where I was incarcerated and tell what He's done in my life, and I also get to help and celebrate recovery, and that in itself is just overwhelming to me because of what God has done. None of it was possible without Jesus.
I have a purpose today, and I'm a leader in this church today. Remnant is where I found my foundation, and I thank God every day for this church and this ministry and where he led me at, because without him I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be, doing what I'm doing.